We all know that Craig Jones has some of the weirdest and most interesting jiu-jitsu to watch out there, but what happens when you combine that with the spazziest jiu-jitsu player on the planet, Ethan Crelinsten, or as I like to call him, Spazzy Dave? We start out the round with a technique Craig developed when he had to deal with Latina girls that didn't want to leave the house in the morning, but he let Spazzy Dave off lightly and he's able to invert into the legs. He's going to look to start coming up for the back by grabbing the hips, but Craig grabs the lat and he's able to get a reverse butterfly hook. He's going to roll through and try and elevate Spazzy Dave over the top, but Dave keeps his hips heavy, grabs onto the tight waist, and he's able to maintain the top position. Craig's going to build up to a knee and he's going to roll underneath using that right leg to try and sweep Ethan over, but Ethan just grabs hold of the neck. He's able to stay on top, Craig grabbing the Kimura and rolling him over, and they're going to reset. And if you didn't know this already, Craig Jones hates rolling with Ethan because he's just so spazzy. It's almost worse than rolling with Nicky Rod. And in this video, you're going to see exactly why. Ethan's so small and athletic, he doesn't mind throwing his body around, which is something Craig's actually into, just not when it's a guy with a mullet. Craig in the bottom butterfly guard, and he's got a pinch headlock. And now pay attention to his left leg. He's going to pummel it and step on the back of Ethan's left leg and extend that leg out. One thing that Ethan does really well is balance on top of the guard. You're going to see how hard it is for people to sweep him over. Even Craig's having a little bit of trouble here. Spazzy Dave able to spaz out of the butterfly hook, and now look at his right knee. He's got it in the pocket of the hip. He's got good control over the shoulders, and he's looking to kick that left leg round and out. But if you didn't know by now, Craigie Jones, he loves to embrace you into the boogie choke, especially if you dare nearly pass his guard, and here he's going to squeeze the spaz out of Dave. But the more you squeeze Dave, the more spazzy he becomes. Look at how hard he's cross facing. Craig usually likes the whole head, but he's just got the tip here, and Dave's able to free himself. Starting in the guard position, Craig's going to start off balancing Spazzy Dave. He throws the right leg in for the false reap, but Dave's able to spaz around the corner. He reaches for the front headlock, but ends up just throwing his whole body over the top of Craig, and he's going to try and put some pressure onto Craig. Craig's got that right leg in between the legs and his left leg free. He's going to turtle up. He could start looking to get into the saddle from here, but Ethan's doing a really nice job locking up a cradle. The cradle's such a strong position that people don't usually use, but it gives you great control over the hips and the shoulders. Spazzy Dave shin pinning, so Craig's not able to enter into that leg, so he switches to the secondary leg, throwing the left leg over the top. But look how Spazzy Dave has both feet hooked underneath that far leg. That's going to really limit Craig's options to attack the legs, but as he rolls through to the top leg drag position, Craig's going to go for the behind the leg toe hold. And you can see that his right leg stops the hips of Ethan from turning away, which makes it almost impossible to escape. Ethan threatening Craig with the open hand slap, unaware that Craig would probably like it. And here we're going to see some spazzy jiu-jitsu. Ethan's going to feed that right leg into the false reap, and as Craig inverts, he back steps out and he just throws his body on top of Craig. Craigie Jones coming up for the double leg, Ethan looking to stay on the front headlock, Craig working up to a body lock, Ethan threatening to throw the left leg over, but he ends up inverting instead, and Craig's able to start pinning him down with that right shin pin, which is going to significantly slow down that scramble. Craig Jones with the seatbelt grip, looking to take the back and get the hooks in. Let's see if he uses the third hook. The only rule with the third hook is that you cannot wash it after training. It's kind of like a belt in gi training where you don't want to wash the experience away. Ethan now in the bottom north-south position, he's going to start trying to wriggle his body out. Craig following the back exposure, trying to reach round to the far hip, but his right arm's going to block him from moving all the way around, and then Ethan's able to start working up to a single leg. Craig using the whizzer and stiff arms the head to defend, forcing Ethan to abandon the single leg. Now we're going to see a new guard pulling technique by Craig Jones. Obviously rolling with Joseph Chen and Nicky Ryan has caused the autism to rub off on him a little bit. Spazzy Dave entering into the knee cut pass, Craig setting up the false reap with the right foot inside. Ethan's going to start posturing up, and look how Craig gets a Kimura grip on the thigh. That's a really nice control, allowing him to invert through, but as Ethan rotates out, he leaves the leg lock and he comes up to take the top position, and that's something really important to practice when using leg locks. It's really easy to get tunnel vision looking for the heel hook or the ankle lock, but the guy might be giving up the top position or exposing his back, and all you need to do is take the opportunity to come up on top past the guard or look to get the third hook in. Now look how Craig's in a good position. He's going to take some time to rest and recover. He's got Ethan in a really bad spot where he works between exposing the back and the head and arm choke. It's one of the strongest dilemmas that you can use. Here he's going for the head and arm choke, working around the corner, pulling everything in tight. There's absolutely no space in that head and arm choke. He's got the chin over the eyeball and he's going to pull it in tight for the tap. But watch now, Ethan's going to go into spazzy overdrive. Craig looking for the false reap again, but this time he's going to transition to the octopus guard, but Ethan counters by launching himself over to the other side and he secures an S grip, but Craig able to get the underhook. Ethan transitioning onto the leg, but Craig pushes the head off and he comes up to his knees looking for the single leg, dumps him onto his ass and starts looking to go behind. Ethan's underhook slips out, Craig moves to go behind, and look how he hooks this right foot onto Ethan's shin. That's going to allow him to start extending and pushing that knee away from his hips, and he's trying to create space for the hook, but Ethan's got a hold of the back of Craig's neck and he's trying to pull him over the top. And it's moments like this that remind me how gay jiu-jitsu is. Ethan pulls Craig over and starts driving his head into the hips. Craig's going to look up a boogie choke, but again it's just the tip and Ethan's able to slip the head out. And here we see Spazzy Dave in his natural environment. He's just running circles around Craig while Craig is trying to invert underneath his legs. He pummels that left foot behind the knee, locks up onto the other leg, and he's going to look to transition up towards the back, but Spazzy Dave does what he does best and just keeps on spazzing. Craig diving for the waist grip just to try and slow him down, and he's able to get some pressure on him and slow him down. And guys, if you want to move like this without your body breaking, you need to be training some kind of mobility off the mats. That's why I've created an 8-week full body mobility program just for grapplers. It's on sale right now. Just follow the link down in the description and get yourself a program that guarantees results. And right here guys, this is where we've entered full 100% spaz mode. Ethan just throwing his body around willy-nilly. The sweat really gets him into it. It acts as a natural lubricant that prevents his skin from sticking, and he's able to slip and slide around at free will. Craig looking to enter the leg, but Ethan blocking with a crossface and the reverse tight waist. Craig keeping Ethan at bay by using that right shin, but Ethan's going to drive into the single leg. As he comes up, Craig's able to sprawl on top of him, work around the back with the oil check. Ethan looking to invert, but Craig just starts to flatten him out, using his chest to crush Ethan's little body. And his main objective here is to slow down the roll. Craig doesn't want to roll like that. He wants to roll slowly and destroy, whereas Ethan, he wants to embrace his super spazzy side. But Craig Jones has figured out the kryptonite. It's the head and arm choke. And if you want to see Craig Jones rolling with some more guys just like me and you, some average Daves, check out these videos I made here.